You know I will be coming home.
Trust what comes and share with us who you are. And speak to us from your heart and say what is true.
We who serve are awarded medals and ribbons that are indicative of that service. And we wear them proudly. Yet the most important one always seems to be missing. The yellow one tied around the old oak tree. The one that says, "Welcome home. Thank you for a job well done." I've come here and I've found that old oak tree. And it does have the yellow ribbons tied around it. It is the place where you get off the bus. The place where there is an invitation to pull a chair up to the hearth. Take off your shoes and let the welcome fires warm your heart. It's the last threshold to cross. The man at the entrance says, "Welcome home. You belong here. You are one of us." It is where you are, my brothers. It is where the warriors are. Now I know the path to the old oak tree, the one with the yellow ribbons. I hope to have others follow me to it.
I guess there's a lot to be said from the outside to the inside of the mask. And I had a hard time with the inside. A lot of times I think I'm temporarily or pinned down and wondering which way to go. Or if I should go anywhere. The return home, call it home, back to the world. And I'm still working on getting home completely. The dreams and the long nights were laying on patrol and nothing happened. They seemed like they just lasted forever and ever. And that's when I created my own little world that I wanted to come back to. A little farm, family, and the picture perfect world, I guess. And little did I know it wasn't going to be quite so picture perfect. One of the first things that caught my eye was that eye. Which kind of said vision, and there's a whole lot that lies behind them eyes, or that eye, or anybody's eyes for that matter, I'm sure. And then the different thoughts of what I thought about was the protecting still was in me, and the fierceness of not wanting to let nobody else in. Because I didn't know what was totally in there myself. And then the puzzle. Which piece goes together where? Music lets in and out things in my life, and it fills a gap to let me re-enter the world. And I just say thank you.
I had thought when we started this that I was very much, as with the top picture, still lost in the woods, still stuck in that cycle of those darkest nights. And swallowed up by what I believed. only pride and rage and shame and pain. And it's reflected in the centerpiece because I looked at all the past that makes me up, all the family history on the one side, and all the experiences in the military off the other side. All the death and all the dying. But the face that's left in the middle isn't the first mask. It's actually the second mask of the man emerging, not the man hidden. And directly beneath it, the family hangout I've got when it's all over. And the rucksack in the very small far right corner that I'm hoping I'm finally able to put down. Which brings me back to the upper picture off the side of the mask where the soldier is finally emerging. The face is finally clear. I've worked my way through, I hope, in the middle, which is all the red and the greens, and the golds and the blacks, which I told Ann last night was the darkest night. To the point that maybe I can sit around the fire and take my shield and have my trauma marked on it, but not have to carry it all the time. And so I can finally sit back and reflect and maybe someday finish making my way home.
It's open and it's allowing who you are to go out. And it's allowing other things to come in.
But there's more of a human face there than there was with the first mask. Yes.
All of that I see, instead of breaking, I see breaking open.
So who are you today?
All of it. That's the whole point. That's all. I am the sum of my scars. But it hasn't destroyed me.
I put stuff between me and peace.
Yep.
Sometimes it's all an excuse. Well, I'm a Marine, that makes me do things. I've been in combat, it makes me do things. I try to live up to my dad, it makes me do things. And things I do because I could blame something else. And it really, you want to be responsible. You gotta look in the mirror. This really got me. This started me for everything. When I had to admit I had a mask and I tried to be colorful on the outside and I felt nothing on the inside. It was all a blank. All a blank. 40 years of shutdown. And this was the most amazing thing that happened to me. Because I just fiddled around with it, and let it tell me what was there. But what I saw in it is the scars at night. Not the stars, the scars at night. That's when they come out for me. In my dreams are scarred. Because I've been a prisoner in my own war. And shut down, and I've been missing in action. A lot of blood, a lot of purity, a lot of gold. A lot of dead, a lot of life. I've been to war. I've lived in fear and hate and rage. I've lived in anger and grief and loss. I know the dark places. I have lived with the soulless void. I did not emerge from the darkness. Not for 40 years. Not until another day, a day quite different, when that same voice said, "You've always honored the sacrifice of your brother Marines. Never once did you honor yourself." That day my soul came back, and the first step home was taken.
I've been on outward bounds, I've been on 3 of them. And this, my second time, I've come to call this my inward bound, because it's tough. You have to hold up that mirror and look at yourself. So I'm going to read the final stanza of a poem. And the poem is called Ulysses. It is by Alfred Lloyd Tennyson. And in this particular stanza, Ulysses addresses the mariners with whom he's worked, traveled, and weathered life's storm over many years, much like us. He declares that although he and they are old, they still have the potential to do something noble and honorable before, and I put quotes around this, the long day brings. We die, or I die. He encourages them to make use of their old age because, and quotes again, "'tis not too late to seek a newer world." Come, my friends. It's not too late to seek a newer world. Push off and signal in order to smite the sounding furrows. For my purpose holds to sail beyond the sunset and the baths of the western stars until I die. It may be that the gulfs will wash us now. It may be we shall reach the happy isles and see the great Achilles whom we knew. Though much is taken, much abides, and though we are not that strength which in old days moved earth and heaven, that which we are, we are. One equal temper of heroic hearts. Made weak by time and fate, but strong in will. To strive, to seek, to find, and not to yield.
You're blazing a trail for others to follow. From what I've seen these last 5 days, you are all mentors. You have what it takes to bring others home, closer to home. It's a process. You have the hope and the guidance, for sure. The will, the courage, the love, the honesty, the humor, and the heart. I can see the tenderness. And I see the determination and the courage that you all carry. You're rich. You have very rich resources.
And I think a lot of us probably never thought that we'd fight as many years on our home ground as, speaking for me, that just 13 months with the Vietnam, I fought a lot more wars here. A lot harder and a lot longer. Again, it was It's the ability to see, to feel, to understand the pain. And then hope for our troops to really get home and whatever guidance they can give to help.
It's not too late to start a new life.
I call this the unbound. Travel inward bound to get unbound. I hope to have others follow me to it.
Just trust what comes and share with us who you are and speak to us from your heart and say what is true.
We were born before the wind, also younger than the sun. Yeah, the bonnie boat was one as we sail into the mystic. I can now hear the sailors cry, smell the sea and feel the sky. Let your soul and spirit fly into the mystic. And where that foghorn blows, I will be coming home. Yeah, when the foghorn blows, I wanna hear it. I don't